For 15 years, Google has pursued a course of anti-competitive conduct that has allowed it to halt the rise of rival technologies, manipulate auction mechanics to insulate itself from competition, and force advertisers and publishers to use its tools.
Google faces a new antitrust trial after ruling declaring search engine a monopoly.
Probably a hint towards Google's global monopoly and its incredible successes.
So 1 month after a judge declared Google's search engine an illegal monopoly, the tech giant faces another antitrust lawsuit that threatens to break up the company, this time over its advertising technology. So the AP goes on to say that the case is going to be decided by U.S. District Judge Brics, and she's best known for her high-profile terrorism trials. And she has experience with highly technical civil trials and also working in courthouses that see an outsized number of patent infringement cases. So they go on to say that the Virginia case comes on the heel of a major defeat for Google over its search engine. A district judge of Columbia declared the search engine a monopoly maintained in part by tens of billions of dollars Google pays each year to companies like Apple to lock in Google as the default search engine presented when consumers buy an iPhone. And at the same time, in December, a judge declared Google's Android app store a monopoly in a case that was brought by a private gaming company. So there's a lot going against Google right now. At the same time that Google faces a new antitrust lawsuit, more news is breaking. O'Keefe Media Group exposes Google committing election interference. Let's take a look.
Rhetoric that was very pro Kamala, and it seemed to link out to legitimate news publication sites. So it seemed like it was an ad from PBS. But it was really an ad for the Kamala campaign or whatever. And it's this is a coordinated effort by big tech, by big companies to try and get her to win.
So at the same time that we have this antitrust lawsuit where they're claiming that Google is using these monopolizing practices worldwide, we now have Dakota Liazar coming out as a Google whistleblower, letting us know that the algorithm is in fact being rigged for Kamala. And at the same time that these guys have a massive monopoly on the market, we can assume they're going to be able to impact. And speaking of influencing elections, it's being reported by Front Page that Communist China is trying to elect its own candidates in America. So there's a leaked Canadian report from their police, the RCMP, and it shows that Communist China is building its own political machine in Canada. Not just Canada, but there's ample evidence to show that they are influencing American elected officials as well in places such as New York and California. Now, we all know that recently, Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, one of her aides had their home raided by the FBI, and they were charged of being Chinese agents of some kind. So a Canadian assemblyman, Ron Kim, states there were clear patterns of foreign influence trying to dictate the outcome of the election. Groups with ties to mainland China and the CCP were trying to steal his seat. And that's obviously huge news. So with all of this uncertainty surrounding the elections and surrounding the direction of the country in terms of economy, people are wondering, should I be putting more of my hard-earned dollars into safe havens, such as gold, such as silver, Bitcoin even perhaps? And should I be waiting until after the election to do that, or should I do that now? And the answer is that I wouldn't take your life savings and go and put it into gold and silver and Bitcoin. However, I would take my excess capital, take it from the US dollar and put it into safer stores of value, such as gold or silver. And I wouldn't wait till any particular time to do that. I've been doing that for a long period of time, but we have no idea what will happen with the elections. We have no idea if gold will go up, if it will go down with silver or with Bitcoin. And so Russia has increased their daily gold purchases by 700%. Now, they've already been purchasing gold for a long period of time. They are part of the new Brics alliance, which is the new financial system that was put together by Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Those are just the signatory nations of that alliance. However, they have now, I believe, over 100 applications from other countries that want to be part of their economic alliance. And so what they're doing is they're creating a new financial system to challenge the West, to challenge the dollar. And China and Russia, they are de-dollarizing. They are trying to move to using their own local currencies backed by this Brics alliance. And so it's rumored that they're going to be backing up their Brics alliance through gold and through silver. Now, if they were to back their new system by any type of commodity, that's going to make their currency and their exchanges more lucrative than the United States dollar and the way that our foreign exchanges work, where you're going to lose a lot of money in these transactions if you're a foreign country or a foreign company. The Brics alliance was set up so that all of these other companies and countries would be able to do business with each other without having their wealth bled by the US dollar system. And so now we're kind of left holding the bag here, and we don't know if our Federal Reserve is going to one day switch over to a gold-backed system. That would be awesome. We don't know that they will. Steve Mnuchin, our previous Treasury Secretary, has indicated that they would like to move to a gold-backed system, but we have no idea how that would even work or how that would be. Although it would be great, and I think that a lot of the American people would greatly appreciate it. So the question is all of this good news or bad news? I'd love to hear from you. Come to the comments area and let me know. I personally think that a lot of this is good news. Have you ever heard the saying that the brighter a light shines, the more dirt is exposed? Well, perhaps that's what's happening. Perhaps we're just now being exposed to what's been happening for a long period of time. This has been happening within our elections for a long period of time. This has been happening within our financial systems for a long period of time. Now, more light is being shown on these issues, and people are starting to see them from a different perspective than they'd ever seen them before. So if you are interested in securing your wealth, then now is a good time to start taking some of it. And I'm not selling anything here. I'm just telling you that if you have extra US dollars, put it into a safe haven. Put it into something like gold and silver, which, as you can see in the charts, have only gone up over time. So thank you for joining me today. If you've gotten any value out of today's video, please subscribe and give us a like. We'll see you on the next video.